final demo of the evening, and obviously this is going to be a good one. All right, take it away.
3, 2. Okay, here we are at New York Tech Meetup, full house. It's really exciting to be here to demonstrate TouchCast. TouchCast has been in the news today because we just launched our desktop app, which you'll see right here. And we're a New York City company based in Greenwich Village with about 20 people. So without further ado, Edo, why don't you tell us about TouchCast?
Thank you. Val? No? Yes. Thank you so much. We're very excited to share this with you today. We had a birth in the family this morning at around 6 a.m. Thank you. Thank you. About 60 megabytes, looking good. Maybe a few bugs. You can check it out yourself on TouchCast.com. We started about 3 years ago with a very ambitious goal. And I think a lot of us are makers here, and I think we shouldn't take things for granted. We should always kind of challenge the way the world is. And the web has really transformed our lives in so many ways. It's penetrated almost every nook and cranny of our lives. And we really believe it's going to change. It's about to change because of a confluence of vectors that have occurred recently, and we're trying to take advantage of those. We've been working very hard for those 3 years. Started a few companies. This is the first one where the patent was actually granted before the product shipped. That's how long it took. So first I want to take you down memory lane for a second just to see where we came from to set the stage for where we're going. So if you don't mind, if you can all just close your eyes for a second, I want to play something for you. Just close your eyes. For some of us, that brings back fond memories. It was not an exercise in mindfulness. So what you're seeing on the screen behind me is Eric actually creating a TouchCast right now. And we really believe that the future of the web actually is going to look more like a video than like a magazine. So if we go back to Tim Berners-Lee, when he had the vision to create the web, which was coming from this place where we were only in text, he went to print, the print medium, and HTML is really a child of the way print layout language was handled. It's a way to set up text, set up pictures, put them in certain places. But 2013 is actually a critical, pivotal year. It's the year that over 50% of the traffic of the internet is actually video and not the web as we know it. And as we look at all the stats, we see that people are using video as their primary medium of information consumption. You have a whole generation of kids that are growing up with YouTube as their search engine. So we really believe that the future of the web is taking these videos and making them the canvas of the web, as opposed to them being a stamp inside of a print layout. Take all of the web and put it inside the video with all its interactivity. So we found that this is an amazing tool because what Eric was doing right now was not just making a video. He was actually making an interactive website that you can interact with, because everything in a TouchCast is actually interactive using the magic of HTML and iframes. We've seen that a lot of people are using this tool. We launched our iPad app a few months ago, and a lot of them are not necessarily video professionals. They may be a journalist. A lot of the top publications in the world are using this right now, and a lot of other companies. Teleprompter is actually pretty useful if you're not used to standing in front of a camera, so I'll hand it off to Eric.
So let me just switch my camera here. And if I had a text in here, I could be reading directly from the teleprompter. I'm going to turn that off. But essentially, you know, when I started in print, I was a journalist and a blogger for many years. There was this moment in blogging where the editor was taken out of the equation, and there was this immediacy of you know, the writer being able to talk to his audience. And for me, TouchCast is very much that same thing with video. It's a TV studio in a box that allows anyone to create a high-quality video and share it with the world. And in the time that it took for Edo and I to make this introduction, we essentially created this TouchCast. And you're seeing the UI in the iPad here. And all of these elements that we added are interactive. So here's a little tag that now is becoming live. And that's what we call a video app. Now that takes me to my Twitter page, right? But I can come back here, and now I can make this map live. And see, I'm touching it right here while I'm watching the video. And now it's becoming, I can squeeze it and interact with it just like I would a widget on a web page. But this is not a web page, this is a video, and the canvas itself is the video. And of course, it also works for web pages, as we saw. So here's a blog post that we wrote when we launched a while ago. Now, today we launched our beta of our desktop app, which has the exact same UI, but has other features that we'd like to show you. And this is the workhorse for media companies and for video professionals. So let me switch over to the desktop. Can we switch over to that? Camera?
So this is a bit inspired by like Avatar, where you see them just using their screens and moving stuff around. But we said, let's make it real.
It needs to be on the video camera? Yeah. Yeah. There, you need to switch. So this is just a Dell touch screen computer. And, here I just have a little video going. And Edo, if you can look at the camera. We can switch to different cameras here. That's the camera, the built-in camera. And here's this camera right here, so you guys can see yourselves. Let's go back to Edo. Edo, let's start recording. So 3, 2, 1, and we're off to the races.
So the essence of what this allows to happen is it takes a full TV studio, basically, and puts it on every laptop. You're seeing it on the PC. We're about to launch the Mac version. It's a multi-camera switcher. He can interview me and cut back to himself when he asks me the questions. And we've seen people like the Wall Street Journal use this very computer to do a TV show that looks like MSNBC or CNN, totally taking out the whole notion of a whole team of people that need to make it happen and democratizing the process. The same thing happens on the iPad as well, and we've seen students all around the world using it as well. So the power of the PC, in terms of the hardcore cores that are in there, allows us to do a lot more than we can do on mobile platforms. We've been working together with Intel to optimize it. So as you can see, Eric is manipulating in real time multiple videos that are all getting composited into this one video that you're seeing. But most importantly, once you consume this on your iPad or in a browser, you can post this at TouchCast.com. It's all interactive. So if you see that video, you just touch it. You can see that entire video. If you see a web page, click it. You're reading that actual web page live while the video is still playing with no breakage. So it really creates this canvas that's HD because, again, all the vectors are there. We can do HD video, we can move it across the network, and we have an open standard of HTML that allows anyone to create these VAPs without even talking to us.
So then when you're done, all of these elements are interactive and clickable. And you can basically bring the rest of the web into the video, and the video keeps playing. So never before have you had a back button for video. Every time when you stop playing a video and you go to the rest of the web, you can't go. It's very difficult to go exactly back to where you started. Now what we have here is a back button for video. And we think that the engagement levels here are going to go through the roof, whether you count engagement by time spent, because you can spend 20 minutes in a 2-minute video interacting with all of the other elements that are inside the video, or if you measure it based on just how you interact with a web page, you can click on it. So that is TouchCast.
Can you open the VAPs up?
Excuse me?
Open the VAPs just to show them. We have this notion of like a VAP store where there's a universe of VAPs because we're bringing the entire internet because of HTML into the video. So we've integrated Instagram, so you can just pull up your Instagram feed and explore it. We've integrated Twitter. We've integrated all these open APIs. So it all becomes part of the video. And the whole act of publishing is one that you do in a WYSIWYG touch kind of way. And you've probably seen this video of the 2-year-old girl that's touching a magazine and she feels like it's broken. We think the same is going to happen for any screen, as you must have experienced going to a Hertz rental car with a never lost thing where you keep touching the screen and it's not responding. The same will happen with video. If there's any overlay on a video, whether you're watching ESPN on your tablet, you'll expect to be able to touch it. You'll be able to interact with it. You won't have this broken second screen experience, which is really just a crutch because technology isn't there yet. You'll be able to have a medium that reflects the way we communicate in URLs, because so much of our dialogue is on the cloud right now. Now they'll be part of the medium.
Cool. All right, we've got to leave it there.
Yeah, thank you. And all of you have websites. Now you can turn those websites into TouchCasts. So,
Cool.
We're looking for
Great.
developers if you're interested.
Congratulations.
thank you.
All right. Well, we ripped through the clock, so we need to be quick on some questions, but let's make sure we get a few in there before we go. Yes?
I saw that you had a developer app on that. What is that?
What does a developer app do that's on there?
If you go to touchcast.com/developer, there's a very simple one-page description of how you create VAPs yourself. VAP is just an iframe. So anything you can package in an iframe can suddenly be part of the video, baked into it when it's composited. Then when the user touches it, it renders the same exact iframe in the same exact coordinates, creating the magic you just saw, like the Google map. So you can create games, you can create anything you want, just integrate it into video and becomes part of the broadcast language.
Awesome. Yes, there. Have you done anything to help with video search?
We really see a new fabric that's emerging in terms of how the videos are actually connected to each other. Again, take the metaphor of HTML and print and hyperlinks. We see that happening for videos. So there's a whole new paradigm that's emerging as a result of this, and a whole new opportunity to make search more intelligent as a result. But it's too early in the process of that evolution.
Anybody up top I'm missing? No, we'll bring it back down. Yes.
I just want to understand the concept here. In other words, you record a video like you're recording just now as stated. And the final video, which has, let's say, for example, multiple videos and maps in there, if I'm watching the final product and then I'm interested in the map, I can stop viewing, zoom in on the map.
Exactly. Or you can keep watching the video and you can explore the rest of the media that's embedded inside the TouchCast. And just to be clear, these TouchCasts exist within our app, so inside our iPad app, inside our desktop app, as well as on TouchCast.com, and soon embedded all over the web.
All right, time for one more question before we go. John, take it away.
Do you have any sort of concept of staging areas for doing videos?
Do you have any concepts of staging areas for doing videos?
We have a concept of a lineup where you have a project lineup, and you line up all the different elements that are gonna be part of the video. And with the PC, you can actually import pre-edited videos, so you can create videos the way that you're used to creating them today, and then add the VAPs. And we didn't show you, there's whiteboarding, visual effects and sound effects, a whole suite of other effects beyond the VAPs that you can add on as another layer in post-production.
You're asking about staging before it goes live? Yeah, you do everything on this or on your iPad, and then you push it live when you're ready.
Cool. All right. Well,
Thank you.
get more into the question, too, after the fact. A lot of people still have questions, so they'll be here out in the lobby. Awesome demo. Congratulations. And thank you all for coming out this month.